Hello and welcome to another engaging weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for joining us. As we embark on today's journey, let's reflect on Ralph Waldo Emerson's insight. Life is a journey that must be traveled, no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Today we explore how this sentiment parallels the advancements in transportation.
Young Jamaicans up to 35, your government will reserve up to 10% of NHT housing solutions over the next 5 years just for you with 100% financing up to 15 million Jamaican dollars. This is how we are empowering and breaking the cycle of poverty meaningfully. Your government is caring for you.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Thanks for staying with us. The Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport is gearing up for a dynamic fiscal year, promising a range of enhanced transportation systems, electrifying projects, groundbreaking innovations, and a network of unparalleled connectivity.
The Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport has unveiled an ambitious plan to fuel Jamaica's growth everywhere. Focus is on transportation improvements, enhanced access to electricity and innovation. Here are some of the plans. The two main international airports are landing significant improvements.
For Montego Bay, the check-in hall expansion, immigration hall, pre-board screening expansion, car parks and roadways expansion, solar implementation expansion phase 3 with significantly increase and improve the airport's capacity and passenger experience. For Norman Manley Airport, spending $6 million on the runway overlay, and the runway extension is to be funded and implemented by PACAL. These works are now estimated to cost $60 million and are scheduled to commence in September 24 upon conclusion of the amended concession agreement.
Projects are also on the horizon to boost the local airlift capabilities and support tourism.
Vernon Field, a total of $34 million allocated in this budget year for acquisition at Vernon Field as a prerequisite to the implementation of the Vernon Field Light Upgrade Project. The Lionel Densham Airdrome is far advanced at the Ministry of Finance, has given its approval to pursue further development of a proposed 100 million Jamaican dollars to acquire and upgrade the Lionel Densham in St. Elizabeth. The acquisition by lease of the Holland Bamboo Airstrip is to be done to facilitate the reactivation of that airstrip. This will make possible airlift to local residents and tourism attractions in that area.
Jamaica's public transportation system is also seeing significant upgrades. Plans are in place to refurbish several decommissioned buses from the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC.
We have started with 8 Golden Dragon. That took us 3 months. That is, the manufacturers send personnel to Jamaica and refurbish. This is not you go to a garage and give a garage man. This is done by the manufacturer to make sure that we get a warranty or a guarantee of 2 years. The life cycle, the normal life cycle of a bus is between 12 and 15 years. For Jamaica and the way we operate, it is more like 7 to 10 years. So you are now going to pay, Mr. Speaker, between 25 and 30% of the cost of a new bus.
New buses are also on the cards.
Another 300 buses are being procured using our own money for the first time from the consolidated fund. This procurement will be done in 3 phases. Phase 1 is the purchase of 100 CNG buses, which are expected to arrive in Jamaica by July 2024 in time for the start of the new school year. Phase 2 is to initiate the procurement of an additional 100 CNG buses by the 3rd quarter of this financial year. The third 100 buses, which are already committed and blocked at the Ministry of Finance for funding, will be done next year for delivery 2026 and possibly earlier.
Public passenger vehicle PPV operators will be offered 16 routes currently underserved by the JUTC. 5 of these will be stage carriage routes operated under a sub-franchise for coasters and minibuses.
Operating through Halfway Tree and terminating in downtown Kingston. These routes will originate from Shortwood, Barbican, Doheny Park, Whitehall and Havendale, and Harbourview.
The remaining 11 routes will be offered to taxi operators throughout the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region. The Transport Authority is also reviewing the PPV license categories and plans to introduce a new VIP license category for the contract carriage sector. Amendments will be made to Section 61, Subsection 5 of the Road Traffic Amendment Regulations 2000. Also, a legal reform consultant has been engaged to review the Road Traffic Act of 2018, which was brought into force with the enactment of the regulations in February 2023.
It is important to point out that the rule of law on our roads must be adhered to, and there will be no watering down of this legislation. Every effort will be made to bring the remaining Provisions Act into force.
Plans are also in place to reintroduce an aged vehicle policy to assist the public passenger vehicle PPV operators retool and upgrade their fleet.
This policy will allow for existing PPV operators to import motor cars up to 10 years old and buses up to 20 years old for use in the PPV sector. In order to ensure that these vehicles are used for the intended purpose, a lien will be placed on them by the Trade Board. We will be working through that and making an announcement of the finer details in short order.
Meanwhile, financing is being sought for a transportation system for students in rural Jamaica, driven by the private sector with support from the Ministry of Education. Discussions are ongoing with the Ministry of Finance about the annual subsidy of $10.6 billion it is projected to need for rollout. The Spectrum Management Authority SMA has taken a significant step towards developing 5G technology by reallocating the 600 MHz spectrum for mobile broadband. This move will enhance wireless communications across the country, especially in rural areas, and generate significant revenue for the government. The ministry has completed a national electricity loss reduction plan with support from the Inter-American Development Bank IDB and USAID. The strategy outlines 10 key initiatives costing $74.5 million with projected benefits of $440 million over 10 years. Substantial progress has also been made in community electrification. House wiring has been completed for 2,403 houses in 19 communities. Procurement is underway for an additional 700 houses in the 2024-25 fiscal year.
In collaboration, the SRC will use the gamma ray treatments to enhance the production of 2 of our most sought-after produce, ginger and coffee, and the eradication of the West Indian fruit fly to bolster food security. The new ginger and coffee lines will be made resistant to and tolerant to the deadly pathogens that affect them, thereby refueling the niche markets of our world-renowned, highly valuable Jamaica ginger and coffee.
The Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport serves as a guiding light, leading the nation toward a future driven by state-of-the-art technology, sustainable energy solutions, and streamlined transportation networks.
If you've ever wondered what your property taxes are used for, wonder no more. Your property taxes provide revenue for the provision of public and community amenities throughout Jamaica, which are delivered by local government officials. When you pay your property taxes, you aid with the maintenance and expansion of our street lighting to ensure you are not walking in the dark at nights, the collection and disposal of solid waste to prevent the pileup of garbage in communities, the improvement of our community infrastructure, and repairs to fire stations and service vehicles, along with rehabilitation of our roads. Pay your property taxes online, in line or via mobile tax units, and avoid being sought by the government. For more information, visit the Tax Administration website at www.jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 876-902-9463.
Let's meet Cleo, a visionary poultry farmer who transformed his approach to boost sales and efficiency.
We have a little hospital coop basically for the chickens that don't look so promising. My uncle Raymond, he's a big poultry farmer because especially the new marketing tool basically. Hi, my name is Cleo Jones and this is my story. I'm a 21-year-old poultry farmer. Started farming about 4 or 5 months ago. Went viral on TikTok, and ever since the poultry business has been booming for me. I started with only 100 chickens, and right now on the farm, collectively, me and my uncle have about 4,000 chickens, including layers.
Cleo come by my farm, and him mother and he said, "Mommy, I love farming." And I said, okay, bring him over, I can teach him how to farm, and so him started out.
When I just started poultry farming, the big question was, how am I going to be different? I didn't just want to walk into a restaurant and say, can I speak to the owner? Hey, some raised fowl. I didn't just want to do that. I wanted to market it in a way that I separated myself from other poultry farmers, made my brand different. And something just came to my mind that, hey, you're good at, music, you're good at writing songs, poems. Why not infuse that creativity into the business, spread it on different social platforms and see what could happen. That's what I did, and it worked. Okay, you want a song? Yes. All right, so if education are the key, ambition of the locksmith, first batch sold off is another batch. This to the profit like gymnasts, make you back flip back that again till you see a fat brick. We supply wings and legs and hip for the curry and fry and jerk man grill link. If you know smarty with the chicken and chips, big up Damien and the whole chicken and things. High pro feed, make your birds active, youth start farming and make a million quick. The reason why I decided to go into poultry is because Corona taught me one of the most important business lessons, and that is essential business is the most important. So most of my customers that, order chickens from me, they do it via social media because, social media, it's the new marketing tool. It's not a case where I have to bring them on the farm. I just, need the address to have it delivered to them. Most of the times I'm busy, so I don't do the delivery. But, I have the courier that does the delivery for them. So I get the order basically, open the deep freeze, weigh the chickens that are already harvested, and send it off to the restaurant, to the wholesale, to the cook shop, the household, wherever. What we do, we go to a super center. We pick up the baby chickens from the hatchery, fresh out the eggs and everything. We transport them here on the farm. We have 2 coops that we use as the nursery coop basically, because those coops contains the heat bulbs and the required facility to basically nurture those baby chicks. Then after that we transport them to the big coop. And we basically feed them for 6 weeks, take care of them until they're ready to be harvested.
What I do, I actually build about 6 huge concrete tanks and harvest rainwater and treat it. So wherever time already, I use that for the chicken, for the pig, and for the goat. So I don't buy a lot of water. I've actually calculated 9 months of rainfall water. That means if I have drought for 9 months, I can supply myself for 9 months with water.
Jamaica is basically importing a lot of things that, we have the potential to grow. I would advise a lot of youths to jump into farming. It's profitable. There's a great demand for it, so you just want to market your stuff the right way. So yeah, I would definitely encourage, everybody to build a fall cube, plant some cabbage, plant something, grow something. Now that you see what I'm doing, you can join in on this too. Stop farm fool, farm foul.
The public sector touches the life of every single Jamaican. And that is why the government is transforming the way the public sector operates by making better use of technology to improve the delivery of public services, by improving the compensation of public sector workers to attract and retain the skills needed to run a modern and efficient public service, through the training of workers to drive performance, innovation, and decision-making, by reducing waste and eliminating corruption, and other measures to make sure the country gets the best value from every dollar spent. The government of Jamaica is building a better public sector for all.
Data from the National Road Safety Council shows that 90% of motorcyclists who die on our roads were not wearing a helmet. Don't let that be you. Wearing a helmet could save you and your pillion's life. In the event of a crash, the helmet can protect you against severe head injuries. Wearing a helmet can also help to reduce wind noise and light rays while driving. Let's work to reduce the carnage on our roads. Wear a helmet, ride safely.
My name is Paige Garnett, and I'm the creative director and the owner of Zanesia Ceramics Candles Craft, and we're located here at the Artisan Village in Falmouth, Trelawney, Jamaica. So you can come on down to the village and you can purchase your scented candles and aromatherapy products, and you can make a candle with your special person or just treat yourself. So we're about to do our candle making demonstration, and this is one of the services that we offer here at the village. First, we're going to prepare our container, and we start by putting the wick in the container, which is a 4-ounce tin. We're now going to add our warning label to the bottom of the container, and candle making takes approximately 10 to 15 minutes. The drying time is also around 15 to 20 minutes max. So we're going to pour our wax, which is a premium natural wax blend that I created for the brand. So right now we're testing the temperature of our wax, which is an important phase before we add the oil to the wax. And we're now adding our essential oil, which gives our fragrance to the candle. So I'm gonna be adding the Citrus Rush, which is a fragrance created by me. And we're gonna stir. So now we're pouring our wax content to our 4-ounce tin. And we're just going to allow it to cool and dry. And now I'm applying the wick holder, which helps to keep the wick in place. I went to Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, where I majored in ceramics, minor textiles. I was pursuing my Bachelor's of Fine Arts, and it was here I went into troubled times in my life and turned to aromatherapy, and the brand came to life. The brand was originally created for my kids, Zane and Asia, Zanasia, hence the name. I hope that in future this will be their avenue for them to express their creativity and to, get more persons on board. All right, so our candle is now finished drying and we're gonna trim the wick now. Just give it a gentle hold and cut. And that's it. Our product is now finished. Right? And if you opted to add additives to your candle, like rose petals, this is what the finished product will look like.
Yes, walk right over there and drop it in the bin. Reuse that wastewater from your kitchen for the garden. Get your hands dirty and plant a tree. Farmers, hold off on the pesticides, especially near our rivers. Do your part to protect our watersheds so we can preserve the source of our drinking water. Every act to protect our watersheds counts. Start now.
The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Colonel Charles Jr., has outlined ambitious plans for 2024-2025 aimed at enhancing labour relations and support systems for the elderly and other vulnerable groups across Jamaica.
Our mission as stewards of social justice and economic opportunity is to ensure that every citizen, regardless of their circumstances, has access to the support and resources they need to lead dignified and productive lives.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is focused on some key priority actions in the 2024-2025 fiscal year. They include developing Jamaica's human capital by providing opportunities for the vulnerable, ensuring inclusivity for persons with disabilities, and service improvement.
A US $20 million investment will be made to enhance the effectiveness and expand coverage of our social protection programs through the Social Protection for Increased Resilience and Opportunity Project, SPIRO.
Social protection is also being advanced through the Innovation Transformation Project, ITP. This prioritizes improvements in technology use, innovation, and automation across all processes in the ministry.
We interface with the most vulnerable in our country, and our goal is to make sure that we are as efficient and effective as possible in serving them.
Experts in the private and public sectors have been appointed to an ITP steering committee to provide strategic direction and oversight. Phase 1 will focus on greater use of digital payments for PATH, pension, and other social benefits. A NIS portal for contribution tracking will also be developed, as well as mobile application for the Overseas Employment Program. And the work permit system will be modernized to eliminate the need for paper-based applications, significantly reducing processing times and creating a more robust and integrated system. To further enhance service delivery, the ministry will be working with eGov to improve the NIS Life Certificate verification process. This will be piloted in the third quarter of the financial year.
Additionally, we are taking steps to introduce an automated process to make it easier for domestic workers and other non-PAYE persons to pay their NIS contributions.
The number of of specialized personnel available to work with children with disabilities in Manchester and Trelawney is to be increased. Interns will also be trained and moved up the ladder into permanent employment in these specific fields of need.
Through the JCPD, we will be partnering with the Faculty of the Built Environment at the University of Technology to conduct a peripheral accessibility audit of ministries in the new school year. I want to announce today that all these initiatives will now form part of the core of a new campaign. A campaign to change the thinking and approach towards persons with disabilities. It is to be called I Am Able. The I Am Able initiative will increase awareness, improve access, and integrate our persons with disabilities across all sectors in our society.
Another groundbreaking initiative is the Jamaica Partnership Program that is designed to uplift the elderly, persons living with disabilities, and low-income families.
There is no greater cause than uplifting each other. This is how we will leave no one behind. We can proudly say that Jamaica is one of the best performing countries in the labor market recovery within Latin America and the Caribbean region. We continue to work through our electronic labor exchange and labor market information system, which is an online platform designed to connect job seekers with employers and also to collect data that we can use in terms to define better decisions and better policies.
4 major improvements will be made in this area. The electronic labor exchange platform will be rebranded as jamaicajobs.gov.jm. A robust public sensitization program will be launched in social and traditional media. There will also be an increase in the number of job fairs, career workshops, and recruitment drives across the country. And a major partnership is being explored with Microsoft to enhance data on critical labor market supply and demand. For several years, the Overseas Employment Program has been a beacon of opportunity for approximately 15,000 Jamaicans annually who are placed in jobs in Canada and the United States of America. The ministry continues to facilitate this while ensuring conditions are favorable for the workers.
We're also responding to the evolving global landscape, and we have initiated the digital transformation of the Farm Work Program. Imagine that. This includes the development of an online portal that streamlines the application process, provides real-time updates, and facilitates better communication between the ministry, the workers, and the employers. We are listening, we are learning, we are improving, and as the People's Ministry, we will be taking our services across Jamaica and working to ensure no one is left behind.
Heart and Estate Trust now offers a $100,000 grant to heart-trained individuals running businesses for over a year. They'll also assist with business planning, marketing, skill enhancement, and other support. Your government is building a caring economy for you.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
As we conclude today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we trust you enjoyed the engaging content. Tune in tomorrow for more enlightening features. Stay in touch by visiting our website, gis.gov.jm, and connecting with us on social media. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson, wishing you a fantastic weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.